Transferring you now to a Sephora Beauty Advisor.
Yes, I placed an order and I actually already got it, but I got charged $18 more than what it's currently on the website for. Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Whew, you guys, I am flustered. I am a little flustered right now. I just got so heated. What we're talking about today is from Pat McGrath. This is her new highlighting trio. But let me just tell you, I ordered this on the 18th. And I paid $68 for this. $68, didn't even question it. Well, it just released. And I'm going through my phone to make sure my information is correct about this palette before I tell you guys all about it. It says $50. What? What? So I just had to call Sephora and be like, what? Give me my money back. That's $18. And they did. They gave me a credit, but when I saw that, I started getting heated up. I called Kel. I was like, what's going on? So I need to bring it down like 5 notches. 5 notches. So anywho, what we have here is the Pat McGrath Labs Sublime Skin Highlighting Trio. So it's a highlighting palette. I don't know if it's $50 or $68 though. I have no idea. Currently it's $50, so we're gonna say this guy's $50. So if you're familiar with her packaging that was recently released on her eyeshadow palettes, the little mini mothership, same thing. So it is magnetic, and then you've got the little, it's not a tie, it's a rubber band, or not rubber, you guys know what I mean, it flexes. You open it up, and we've got the highlighters inside. No mirror, not mad at it though. Like, I just love this packaging. And then you also get the little piece that goes over with the names, but the names are also written on the back. In here, we have Iridescent Pink, Fine Gold, and Bronze Nectar. Now, if these first two sounded familiar to you, that's because these were supposed to be limited edition, Pat. So it was a big deal. Like, these two highlighters came out. There was a brush. There was the dual-ended stick, which they came out. She came out with those sticks again. I don't know if they are the same, but it was something I knew was going to sit in my collection, so I only grabbed this. These two shades were released prior. This one is brand new. I could see how some people might be a little angry about that, but like me, I didn't get them before, so like I'm happy about it. I'm not mad. Anywho, I'm gonna put these guys on my face, and then I am also going to do a little eye look, and I'm gonna do some comparisons. So if you want to see that, just keep watching. So I already got a little bit of a head start on this side, but now we're gonna go on this side. And today I'm going to use the center highlight shade right here. It kind of has that gold, green, and blue to it. Linda Hallberg 306 as usual. I'm just gonna put this on my cheek bone. So here is what it looks like all by itself. I feel like I can see green, gold, and a slight like grayish blue cast. So this type of highlighter I usually like to go in with another one. So I'm going to show you that really quickly, and then I'm going to show you the pink one before we move on to the eyes. So if a highlight is either like a fun color or something like this that just barely I feel like I can see straight on, like I don't know if you can on camera, but in person I can see this a little bit more, like almost like a shadow that I don't really want to be the focus. So what I'm going to do is take a lighter shade, this white here in the Dior palette, same brush, and I'm going to pinpoint this right here. Kind of just helps to brighten up this area so it lifts up further rather than focusing on the little shadow or like the slight color difference. And I'm also going to take this one on the tip of my nose and down because I don't feel like I'm going to like that tone on my nose. Then I'm going to go in with my blush brush, no additional product, but I'm just going to go right back over, right over the front edge of that so that they kind of mesh together. Now, like I said, I used the pink shade in the palette yesterday, so I'm going to go ahead and insert a clip of that. So this color is really pretty. It kind of shifts pink, purple, and a little bit of gold. It's really nice. I think on camera you're going to see mainly the pink, but this just looked really nice on my skin, and I ended up using this as my brow arch too, like the highlight there. Oh, it was so good. Now, as I would assume that you guys would know, this gold shade right here, this is the new one in the palette. This is not going to work for me as a highlight. It's too dark. So I'm going to show you how I would use it on my eyes, and I'm also going to use the green shade as well. So I'm going to zoom you guys in and we will do that. The first thing I'm doing is taking a Zoeva 227 and soft brown from MAC. I'm starting on the outer corner and then working it all the way into the crease and upwards. You could also just use the bronzer that you're wearing in the crease as well and put it underneath the eye, but I felt like grabbing good old soft brown. It's been a while since I've used it. I want to make sure now and get it on the inner corner as well as the outer corner, because it's just kind of wrap around, kind of like a soft smoky eye. Just going over this one more time because I want it to be just a little bit darker. Now I'm going in with the MAC 221, same color, and just running this right underneath the lower lash line. Now I'm taking Bronze Nectar on a Delium 776, kind of making the same motion, so outer corner, inner corner, and leaving a little space in between, and I'm using this dry. I am going to take the shade just slightly into the crease. Then I'm going to go back in with soft brown and just add that to the edge. I'm taking the middle shade from the palette and I'm going to pop that in the center with a MAC 242. Just blend around the edges. I'm also going to take that at the brow arch. And the inner corner. Kind of going to flick it up right here as well. You don't have to, I just wanted to. Delium 763, a little bit of MAC BRUN. And I'm just rubbing this right at the outer half of the lash line. And then I'm going to go add on some mascara. Here's the final look. All I did was add on my mascara, and then there's liner on my inner rim at the top, but that is it. And then when I bought this palette, I'd also decided I needed this lipstick. This is in the shade Apricot. It's the Luxe Trance, so that is what's on my lips. Okay, so thoughts on the palette. Like for me, like I absolutely had to have this. I did not get the highlighters when they first came out. I'm a sucker for packaging, and like I really liked the intensity of the swatches and everything, but it was really bothering me, the price, with that little plastic container that it was sold in. So I never bought it. So for me, I'm personally happy that it came back out and now it's in the palette. I love, this is some of my favorite packaging ever that like, out of all my collection, the Pat McGrath stuff, I just think it's so nice. I even keep the boxes that my lipsticks come in. I don't store them in there, but I keep them. If you already have the two shades in here, like I said, there's only one that's new to it, this golden shade here. Unless you're just a collector, I don't think that you need this, but like, I needed it. But I don't think that you necessarily need to pick this up if you already have these two shades. Now I'm going to compare these two so you guys can see if they're anything like anything already in your collection. I don't have any comparisons for the new bronze shade, but that's just because my collection, I don't really have darker highlights, but I am going to compare these two. What I will say is that while you can get something similar, these two are different than anything else that I have in my collection. So these kind of have a base to them, and they're not the traditional kind of highlighter, like the texture of them. They're slightly powdery, but still smooth. So they can lean a little dry, but you can use these wet as well. When you use them wet, it's like intense. But I'm going to show you some comparisons so you can see what I'm talking about. So iridescent pink, when I pop this on, I'm putting it on top of my tattoo for a reason, so you can actually see the intensity. It's much darker. Like that pink is very intense in this. So I'm going to take some other shades, like the MAC Extra Dimension. This is Show Gold. This is a little bit more see-through. So when I put this on, I'm going to move it over here. It's a different texture altogether, and more see-through and less pigmented than the pink. And then Pink Heart in this palette. And I will show you guys like a little video so you guys can see it up close. But Pink Heart, again, it is much lighter, much lighter. I don't know why I'm trying to hold it like that. And also for good measure, Pink Opal from the Alchemist palette. That is the closest one. So it kind of has like almost the same kind of texture blended on the skin. It's not the same texture at all, but just like looking at it, but it's still more white and less reflective than the Pat McGrath one. I can't spit it out. I'm having a hard day, you guys. Now this middle shade is the most unique to me. Again, I have something kind of similar, but not really, because the pigmentation on this, like the reflect, look at this. Do you see that? Oh my goodness. So this is the Pat McGrath, and again, on my tattoo, look at how much green, yellow, and gold you can see. You don't even really see that blue, grayish kind of tone that you can get on the lighter, just my skin. But I'm going to show you some comparisons. I'm going to take Helia from the Aurora kit. So this is what it looks like, and then I'm trying to remember how I had them swatched. That's it side by side. So again, it's just not as much intensity to it. Green Emerald from the Kat Von D palette, far more like minty kind of green. And then Lucky Clover in the Moonchild is legit like nothing like it. Nothing, I promise. See, nothing. Yeah, there you go. Now I'm not sure because I don't have this particular highlighter, but from Give Me Glow, I think it's called Halo, that seems to be kind of similar to this, but again, I don't have that one, so I would like to see that side by side. So for me, definitely happy that I've got this palette. I think it's beautiful. I like the way it looks. I like my makeup today. Like, it looks really nice, and I liked my makeup yesterday with my pink highlight. So I like it, but I don't think it's a must-have. I think this is more of a collector's item, or if you just happen to like slightly different tones of highlighters. It's great quality. This is what you would expect from Pat McGrath. So I'm happy I got it. Let me know down below if you grabbed it or if you found this video helpful at all. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.